Today we are going to be reviewing this bad boy. This is the 2022 Rome Agent. I've been riding it for all of this season, and it's been a really good ride so far. Oh, here's what the bottom looks like. Pretty awesome. The red and black is pretty sick. So I love the Rome Agent. It's a great board, but I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that you might want to know about this board if you're looking to buy it. So start off with this year. It's kind of sick. They did a new top sheet than last year's. It's kind of like matte and rougher, and I think that made it slightly stiffer than maybe some models prior, and it's pretty awesome. There's some cool tech in this. It has what's called the Omega hot rods. There's some bamboo rods in the tip and the tail here. And what those do is they give you a little more energy out of your pop. So it makes the board a little poppier and springier. And so yeah, so this board is really good on jumps because of that, because you get that instant pop. But it's not like you have to work too hard for it. Being all camber, you do have to work a little bit to engage it, to go off jumps or to ollie or whatever. But there is a little bit of rocker out on the tips, and so it's kind of a cool feeling. So like if you're pressing, the hot rod and the rocker kind of have this like sweet spot. So once you lock into a press a certain like depth, it just kind of holds it in. So pressing is, maybe it's because I'm a bigger guy, but I found that this board actually presses extremely well for a camber dominant snowboard. And it's got centered base, so it's going to keep you nice and fast. Make sure you wax it, but yeah, this thing holds wax pretty good, and it, goes really fast. The edges are really nice. The one gripe I do have about this board, I feel like it's a technology that's been out for a long time that Rome has never really decided to adopt or pick up on, is this has like an old school side cut. There's no additional bumps or anything. And even like on Burton boards, Never Summer boards, like LibTech invented it with the magnet traction, but Arbor has frostbite. All these different companies, what they've done is they've added just one or two extra contact points down the side, and it helps you lock in on icier conditions. So on good snow, I found that this rode fine, perfect, just like a normal snowboard should. But on icier conditions, it doesn't quite hold you as much as another board, say something like the Arbor Westmark, which would be kind of in a similar category as the snowboard, where that extra contact point just helps you bite into the ice. I feel like this one, there were some times when I'd hit patches of ice, I felt like I was kind of in a free slide. So one other thing about this board is on rails. So 50/50s are going to be fine. I already talked about presses. It has that nice little sweet spot you can lock into. But board sliding, when you get sideways on the rail, if you get like right between the middle, it hugs the rail pretty aggressively with that camber. But not only that, like it's kind of softer between foot to foot. So I felt like it was almost clapping out. So I ended up kind of just shifting my style of riding to putting the rail closer to the foot, so the board wasn't flexing as much. There's a couple times where I was pretty scared because it felt like the board was like really just like bending over that rail. So that's something to note, that there is quite a bit of flex between foot to foot. So when you're on rails, it will hug the rail really well. In my opinion, again, it might be because I'm a bigger guy, but it almost felt like it hugged the rails too much in some ways. But yeah, so that's one other thing worth mentioning. That being said, this board is really awesome. It's great in the jumps, it's great in the park. It's for kind of the all-mountain guy with a more freestyle focus, so you can definitely ride in the park with it really well, but don't be afraid to take it all over the mountain. Side hits, a little bit of pow, all mountain. It's a good resort board, basically. It's going to do everything you want at the resort. I don't know if I would take this like backcountry or big mountain free charging, but the park, everything at the resort, this thing's going to be able to handle it. So it's a great daily driver. It's my daily driver. I like it. So If you're interested in it, go ahead and check it out online or find one at your local retailer. This is the 2022 Rome Agent. Thanks for watching, guys.